Go ahead, Matthias.
Cameron, here's Matheus Anelas from Timeout here in Brazil. Uh, you have the chance of going for the Senior Bowl, and in Senior Bowl, you got a lot of eyes on you. You got the defensive player of the game. And how do you think that all the week of the Senior Bowl, playing against a lot of good guys in the college level, and having the game that you have, how do you think that improve your stock on this draft?
Yeah, I think it definitely help improve my stock. I know big questions coming in where if my game translated to the bigger level. We're in the American, so they want to see me stack up against some of those SEC guys, ACC things like that. So I think for me being able to go out there and show I can compete and do well against those guys definitely boosted my stock.
Go ahead, Josh.
Hey Cam, how we doing today?
I'm all good, and you, boss?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing
Sure.
really good. So watching you play, I mean, you kind of line up at three, you kind of line up at five. Where do you see yourself in the next level? Um, and also, who have you kind of leaned on throughout this journey?
hmm
Pro day, pre-draft, any current players that you or former teammates that have gone through it that you talked to, and then have you spoken with the Buccaneers?
Yeah. So I think first part was projection. So I think a lot of systems a strong side defensive end, base 4-3 in with the ability, to kick inside as a three tech, sub packages, pass rush get after the quarterback. And through this process, Darnell Mooney is a guy I've been in contact with a lot lately. Bo Pete talked to those guys, and really leaning on my trainers back at XPE. Matt Gates, Tony Villani, and they have a bunch of vets coming through there. So any chance I would get to pick their brain, get advice and tips, I'll do the same thing. And I have spoken with the Bucks a couple times. Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Amos.
And have you spoken with the Buccaneers at all? Sorry.
Yes, I spoke to them a few times.
Any communications with Casey Rogers or Larry Foote?
I'm sorry, you say that one more time.
Any communications with defensive line coach Casey Rogers or linebackers Larry Foote?
Yes, sir. I've been talking to them.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Best of luck on your journey.
Got you. Thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you. Obviously, you had the pro day at the Saints facility. You guys have practiced there from time to time. Have you given any thought to this might be where I come to work next year or anything like that?
Yeah, a lot of people joke around with me. You might be right back, in New Orleans for the next couple of years. And I mean, it's a blessing to be able to get drafted. So whoever comes calling my name, I'm dedicated and ready to work wherever that is.
And I know you obviously got a chance to meet with the Saints at the Senior Bowl, just because you guys are to meet with all the teams. But what have your communication been like with them? And have you had any more with them since then?
Yes, sir. I've met with them, a bunch of their staff, post Senior Bowl as well too.
Cam, you had a pretty good 40 time. Your vertical jump was 37 inches. Your bench press 23 reps. Do you feel like you really helped yourself today?
Yes, sir. I think I put together a solid performance. There's some things I wish I did a little better. You're never gonna have the perfect day, but I think I put together a solid performance overall.
And how much do you feel like your preparation helped you get to this point since the end of the season?
Oh yeah, definitely. Big ups to those guys at XP. Like I said again, Matt, Tony, Nick, all those guys. We get after it. We get after it pretty good out there, and I think they definitely put me in a great position to perform today.
Hey, Cam, going back to your days at Shiloh, I guess. Did you know Stephen Weatherly at all, or David Pollock? Have you met any of those guys before?
Oh no, I've never met him. I heard great things about him though.
Go ahead, Amos.
Yeah, wanted to ask you. Obviously, oh, is that me? With the feedback that you've been getting when you've been having conversations with teams. What are they talking to you about? What kind of questions are they asking you?
Yeah, so I get a lot of personal questions, just trying to get to know me as a person too. Then we'll hit the film board. They'll show me their schemes, kind of go over some of my film from last year, show me what they kind of do, where they see me fit, things like that. And then a lot of just talking football and stuff, trying to get me know me on and off the field.
Is there an area when you're talking football or even personally where you're really trying to highlight this is something really good about me or something that is really something that you want to sell to them?
Not one thing in particular. I just try to sell my whole picture. So they really get to understand who Cam Sample is. So I just try to do that to the best of my ability. I don't really focus on one thing.
Anything else for Cam? All right, thanks, guys. We'll get Coach on here in a second.
Gotcha. Appreciate y'all.